Welcome to my show, Cooking with Doug. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to throw a little sandwich at you. It's going to be melting in your mouth. It's called a Philly steak and cheese, all the way down here from Tennessee. See, so I don't call it Philly steak. I call it Doug steak. Anyway, this is how I did it. It's simple. It's not hard. I'm going to get a pack of this. You can get it at Food City, Kroger's, whichever one. It don't matter. It's grilling, but you don't have to grill with it. I just use it as a dry rub. So, what I'm going to do is I got steak in here, and I'll show you this in a second. But anyway, when I bought the steak, I bought 2 steaks, and I had them chop it up in small pieces. Or not small pieces, but small pieces of steak. Thin, like breakfast steak. So, I put this rub on it first. Then I stuck this steak seasoning on it with a little meat tenderizer and a little salt and pepper. Well, I went and bought this marinade bag. I don't know if anybody's ever had it or not, but it is the best things that you can marinate steak in. I promise. There it is, in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out of this and I'm going to make a mess. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to have to clean it up because my wife had 4 teeth pulled today. So I don't guess she wants to clean up messes. Anyway, I'm going to take this. Told you I was going to make a mess. There's my steak. And I left this overnight. There's one of them. Of course, I got clean hands, by the way. You might want to clean your hands before you do this. It's going to make a mess in the first place. Then I got this one. And this is ribeye steak. But you can use any kind of steak you want to. I hammered it with a meat hammer. That's my favorite part. Pow, pow, pow. Anyway, so it is. I mean, I'm not lying to you. So I'm going to take this other piece that I got. See how thin that is? It's not real thick. It's like breakfast steak. But I kind of like this steak. So I'm going to wash my hands now. Sorry about that, I'm back. Anyway, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to put this on medium. Let it get warmed up a little bit. But I'm going to cut this steak up before I even put it in there. And I defatted it, so you can do that. So I'm going to cut it like that. Just in strips. Pretty good size strip. Because it's going to get a little bit smaller as you go. But anyway, better have a sharp knife too. And a sharp knife can cut your fingers off if you ain't careful. I'm pretty good at that too. I ain't lost no fingers yet. But I've come close. So I'm going to slide that over. This cook in a minute. Chop it. Chop it. And I'll have to sharpen this knife back, I guarantee it. But anyway, it'll be alright. I can handle it. So then I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to throw this steak in here, like the strips, like so. Stick them all in there. Yeah, that's my oven timer. That's great. Alright, now I'm going to take and let that sucker cook. I'm going to put this over here. So while I was cooking, I'm going to start my vegetables. And I'm going to do them about the same thing. I'm going to saute them, of course. So I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. Just a little. Enough to coat the bottom. About that much. Cat full, by the way. You really want to know, I just didn't use the cat. But I'm going to take it like this. Get that bottom pretty coated. Then I'm going to take my vegetables that I got chopped up. So I got miniature portobello mushrooms cut up, probably about 5 of them, something like that. Quarter green bell pepper and about a half onion. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in my little frying pan. Set it like that. My stepdaughter don't like don't like mushrooms, but so I don't know what to tell her. She might not be eating tonight. I don't know. They eat healthy anyway. Her and my wife, they're on a salad kick. Some kind of, I don't know, no carb, low carb, I don't know. So that means I get to eat more. See, so if I cook stuff like this is healthy, really. But they can't eat the bread, which is cool. It means I can eat all the bread. So when I buy 2 loaves, guess what? I get to eat it, which is fun. Anyway, I'm going to do that. Let that steak cook. If you do this the way I talk about it, you're going to love it. I guarantee it. Anything I cook on the show, if you do it the way I tell you to do it, or the way I instruct, or whatever, however you look at it, if you work this stuff like this, it's going to be top notch. They don't cook this good in 5-star restaurants. So I'm back. Had a little technical difficulties, but don't worry about that. See, you got to be smarter than what you're working with, and apparently I ain't that smart. So, anyway, so I got my steak right here, as you see. And it's pretty good and warm. So, and I got my vegetables right there. So, anyway, this is what I'm going to do to it. It's simple. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you what I've created. I got provolone cheese on these. I've toasted them a little bit in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this steak, and I'm going to get some out. Put it on my sandwich. Maybe. Might fit. Oh, it will. I'll make it fit. So, anyway. This is a masterpiece. It's all messed up. But I'm the master, so it's my piece. Hey, like that. So, then I'm going to put a few of these vegetables on there. If I don't dump them out, I'm good at making messes. I told you. So I'm going to bump a little bit of this over here. I'm going to make me a good mess. It's because of how I like it. So with all that sandwich right there is done. That's a good mess waiting to happen. That's how you do it. See, watch. That's good. Then I'm going to take the rest of this. I'm going to put it down here. Make me another mess when I get done. When you marinate that stuff in that bag, let it set overnight. Don't be in a hurry. So if you're going to make it tomorrow, don't expect it to be good if you don't let it marinate. The longer it marinates, the better off you are. So I'm going to dump these vegetables on this, of course, and make another mess. So, there, let's see. That's that. Hold on. So, with that being said, on these you can put lettuce, tomato, whatever you want to. And if you don't like green peppers, don't use them. If you don't like mushrooms, don't use them. Slightly on the onions, whatever you want to do. But make sure you saute them and put them on there. And that right there is not a Philly steak and cheese. It's a Doug steak and cheese. See, I'm a professional eater. Oh yeah, and two, I lived in South Philly for a minute, and I had one of their quote unquote original Philly steak and cheese. It don't have anything on that, I promise. If you're from Philly, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Anyway, when you get done, put lettuce, tomato, whatever you want to do on it, and then eat it, because it is delicious. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And I appreciate it. Thank you.